Waziri John Mbadi, the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury, to come and make his remarks. Waziri, it is too early for us to make a judgment as to what you are doing, but whatever it is that you are doing, keep doing. It's working. Karibu sana.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, the Honorable Chair of the Council of Governors, Honorable Governors present here led by the host Governor Gladys Wanga, Honorable Members of Parliament, both the National Assembly and the Senate, Honorable Speakers of County Assemblies, distinguished officers from the national and county governments, representatives of the civil society organizations, development partners, members of the private sector, fellow Kenyans, good afternoon. It is my honor to be present at this Devolution conference, which has adopted a theme for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for equity, inclusion, and social justice. Authentic inclusion must promote the participation of the people. Broadened participation that is in line with the principle of prudent management of public resources dictates that we move from the national space and engage at the devolved space where the people are. When you communicate clear and progressive messages, as has been done by the presidency, you find wide support by those who mean well for the nation. And of course, in a big nation like ours, you can't also fail to find the bad apples. A few people will never believe that the country is moving forward, and you will see them all over the place. You'll find them even outside the country, stationed there to talk negatively about the country. But we live with such people amidst us. This is why this conference theme aligned fairly well with the theme for the budget statement for the financial year 2025-2026, which I read on 12th of June 2025. That is, stimulating sustainable economic recovery for improved livelihoods, job creation and business, and industrial prosperity in line with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. This national administration's commitment to devolution is evident. The equitable share transfers have financed roads, health facilities, water projects, and other critical infrastructure across our 47 counties. Your Excellency, I would pause there a bit and just mention that I believe for the first time in so many years since devolution began, that we were able to agree on shareable revenue and have the division of revenue bill assented to before 30th of June of the financial year leading to the next financial year. This came about because of cooperation and understanding between the national government, the two arms of the legislature, and the Council of Governors, where, Your Excellency, you will remember that when the Parliament asked that we allow for not less than 415 billion to be allocated or put to the shareable revenue, I actually called you, Your Excellency, and informed you about the same, and later called His Excellency the President, and we mutually agreed. And when I communicated to Parliament, we were able to crack it and agree in a record time. That is what we call supporting devolution. I know the funds are not yet enough, but we are progressively moving to where we will be allocating enough resources to support service provision to our counties. Something also worth noting, Your Excellency, is that again, for the first time in a long period of time, we were able to transfer all the resources in terms of shareable revenue to the 47 counties before the end of financial year, including the arrears from the previous financial year. And I want to report here, Your Excellency, and I know the President must have spoken to this, that last Monday, we managed to transfer the July allocation to our counties. And I want to give a commitment that we will continue to prioritize funding to counties. We'll be releasing money in good time for our counties to be able to move and provide services to our people. However, Your Excellency, The promise of devolution can only be fully realized if both the national and county governments work in close partnership, grounded in mutual accountability and prudent financial management. The example that we see in this county is a clear example of both national and county governments partnering together to deliver services to the people. Your Excellency, when you move around in this county, and more particularly in Homa Bay town, you will see massive improvement in this town. This is something that was not there 3 years ago. Your Excellency, it is as a result of partnership and cooperation between the two levels of government. And I believe that our county government, led by Governor Gladys Wanga, will still continue to partner with us at the national government level to be able to give services to our people. And that should be replicated across the country. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the rich discussions at this conference will align to and find support in the National Treasury at implementation. I want to guarantee that. You will recall, for example, that as a commitment towards attainment of universal health coverage, the national government allocated well over 204 billion shillings towards the sector in the financial year 2025-2026. To promote inclusive development, the National Treasury has been implementing a number of initiatives, such as the Kenya Rural Financing Inclusion Facility Project, Credit Guarantee Scheme targeting the MSMEs, and establishment of Kenya Mortgage Refinancing Company targeting to support the affordable housing program. I am happy to report that these initiatives are beginning to bring positive results, which have already been outlined in the course of the conference. Allow me, however, to highlight one initiative, that is financing climate action. Through this program, Your Excellency, the National Treasury has disbursed well over 7 billion shillings to 47 counties as part of the second tranche of the County Climate Resilience Investment grants under the Financing Locally Led Climate Action Program, otherwise known as FLOCA. This substantial investment marks a significant milestone in Kenya's climate financing architecture, reinforcing the country's commitment to locally led, community-driven climate action. Supported by the government of Kenya, the World Bank, and the governments of Germany, Sweden, Denmark, and the Netherlands, the county climate resilience investment grants respond to the urgent need for effective, locally led climate actions. The funding allows county governments to operationalize their county climate change action plans and invest in priority climate resilience initiatives which are tailored towards unique climate vulnerabilities, ultimately advancing a more sustainable and climate secure future for all of us. I lay emphasis on this initiative as I mentioned that the CCRI grants represent a bottom-up approach. More specifically, it adopts this approach to climate finance, enabling county governments and local communities to take the lead in designing and implementing tailored projects that address local climate risks and build climate change resilience for long-term sustainability. This disbursement for the financial year 2025-26 will empower communities most vulnerable to climate change to drive sustainable development and long-term resilience. Our progress speaks volumes, and to date, the program has achieved remarkable national coverage, reaching 1,137 wards out of 1,450 ward target, which is a performance of 78.4%. Each new ward represents another community equipped to write its own climate resilience story. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in the education sector, the national government has committed to continue undertaking education reforms, expanding infrastructure in all learning institutions, and strengthening linkages between industry and training institutions in order to enhance access to education at all levels. Priority will be given to recruitment and training of teachers, enrollment of school children of pre-primary age in schools. In recruitment and training of teachers, Your Excellency, this audience will appreciate that this government made a promise to employ 100,000 teachers in 5 years. As we speak, the performance level is at 76%. 76,000 teachers have been recruited, and we plan to recruit additional 24,000 in December and January, completing the 100% way ahead of the targeted time period. We will be expanding school feeding program, or supporting expansion of school feeding program, and providing learners with day meals. Construction and equipment of TVET institutions in 52 constituencies is ongoing, equipping 72 existing TVET institutions, recruiting 2,000 technical trainers and instructors, and establishing incubation centers in every TVET institution, and online learning in TVET institutions and universities. Your Excellency, allow me to highlight a few more issues on devolution as a catalyst for prosperity. By bringing resources, decision-making, and services closer to the people, devolution has opened new pathways for inclusive growth, job creation, and equitable development across all 47 counties. It has enabled previously marginalized areas to access infrastructure, health services, education, and economic opportunities, narrowing the historical inequalities that have long been hindered national cohesion. When effectively managed, devolution becomes an engine that not only drives economic expansion, but also ensures that prosperity is felt in every village, in every town, and every community across our nation. However, in order to continue to achieve this prosperity, public finance management reforms is critical in both levels of government. The National Treasury established the Public Financial Management Reforms Secretariat to coordinate public finance management reforms at both levels of government. The overall objective of the reforms is to achieve a public finance management system that promotes transparency, accountability, equity, fiscal discipline, and efficiency in the management and use of public resources for improved service delivery and economic development. Currently, the Secretariat, through the implementing counties and MDAs, are implementing PFM reform strategy of 2023-2028. Some of the reforms we are advocating and requesting for collaboration from the county governments include compliance with the fiscal responsibility principles as set out in the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, full rollout and implementation of the tariffs and pricing policy, and implementation of the national policy on enhancement of county government's own source revenue. Specifically, on the management of wage bill, the National Treasury has supported the re-engineering of Human Resource Information System Kenya. The system is meant to consolidate human resource data in the public service data and put in place effective wage bill controls. Your Excellency, as I conclude, I would like to appeal to greater collaboration with the county governments and the other stakeholders on the following few areas. Number one, I want to speak to Parliament first. To Parliament on fast-tracking enactment of the County Government's Additional Allocation Act. As you are aware, Your Excellency, delays in enacting the County Government's Additional Allocation Bill have become a perennial problem, leading to late disbursements, disruption in service delivery, and low absorption of additional allocations at the county level. It has also led to fiscal inefficiencies, resulting in additional costs to the country in the form of commitment fees and interest charged on foreign borrowing. To this end, I would like to call upon Parliament to support the executive and the county governments in fast-tracking the bills to ensure that they are disbursed and absorbed in a timely manner. Number two, to county governments on transition to the Treasury single account. To enhance cash management, the migration of ministries, departments, and agencies to the Treasury single account is progressing well. As the National Treasury onboards the county governments in 2026, I would appeal for your support on the same. This will help in prudent cash management at both levels of government. Number three, still to county governments, on transition to e-procurement. or e-government procurement. There is need to foster and bolster accountability and transparency in the management of public finances, which remains as a key agenda in our nation. To this end, we are in the process of fully automating public procurement and asset disposal processes. In the spirit of prudence, we urge all counties to embrace and comply with these reforms. Transparency and accountability must be our shared currency, because every shilling we manage is held in trust for the people of Kenya. Number 4, again to county governments, and that will be the last comment I'm making. To county governments on unremitted pension liabilities. Analysis of data on unremitted pension contributions are submitted by the Local Authorities Trust Fund, Local Authorities Provident Fund, National Social Security Fund, Public Service Superannuation Fund, County Pension Fund, indicates that a substantial amount of pension debt is due from the county governments. Pension debt by the county government has accumulated over the years from 23.3 billion relating to the defunct local authorities, that is pre-devolution, inclusive of accrual deficits, to now over 103.2 billion as at 31st of October 2024, post-devolution. And to be honest here, this is criminal. If you are supposed to pay salary to a staff, and part of that salary is supposed to go to his or her pension, there is no rationale in paying half of the salary and leaving the rest of the salary with you or with the county government to implement other things or to pay other things. It is not fair, it is unjust, because this money belongs to people who will one time retire. And when people retire, they want to go home with something. You are killing the future of individuals, some people in the country. So please, whatever it takes, we must now start the culture of remitting all deductions to where they should be remitted. So I'm calling upon the county government and the relevant institutions concerned, and this is not just in the county level, even at the national level we have some of these challenges. We are calling upon the county governments and the relevant institutions concerned to verify and clear the debts to safeguard the social securities of our pensioners. Finally, very finally, let us all diligently play our roles of strengthening service delivery, upholding accountability, and ensuring that no Kenyan is left behind. I want to give a commitment, in so long as I'm still the Cabinet Secretary in charge of National Treasury, that we at the National Treasury will play our parts. The executive, the national government will play our parts in supporting devolution for better service delivery to our people. I thank you and God bless you.
A better applause for Waziri Mbadi.